Hey everyone, I'm Ellen here at etrailer.com. Today we're taking a look at the Air Lift LoadLifter 5000 Ultimate Air Helper Springs. Now these are going to be a custom fit for the 2017 through 2019 Nissan Titan. And basically the idea with having some air springs for your vehicle is that it's going to help you to get back to a factory ride height whenever you have a heavy load in the back of your truck. So if you've got something heavy on your hitch ball as you're going down the road with your trailer, or maybe a fifth wheel trailer inside the bed of your Titan, whatever the case might be, a lot of times that causes a lot of squat on the back end of your truck, and then it brings that front end up. That points your headlights up in the air rather than at the road. It can cause some uneven wear on your tires since the steering geometry is going to be off and maybe your wheels are going to be cambered out or in a little bit. So it just overall kind of messes things up from our factory settings. So by having our air springs, we're going to be able to bring our factory ride height back to true and alleviate all those problems. It also helps to reduce sway as we're going around corners, passing people on the highway, so we don't have that kind of wonky feeling as we're going down the road. Everything's going to hold really well. And that also helps to eliminate any kind of porpoising feeling as well. So overall, just it helps to improve our steering and our braking performance. And also by having another component to carry some of the weight of our load, it's also going to spread that out over our suspension components, so it helps those to last a little bit longer as well. So it's definitely an improvement for your vehicle while you're carrying that heavy load in the back of your truck. These do also include an internal Jounce bumper or internal Jounce spring. The idea with that is that it's going to help to engage the support at a lower pressure and also help to support that weight progressively, so the further you load the springs, the stiffer it gets. And also if something were to happen, it also lets you carry that load with no air pressure in your springs. Now on the flip side of that, some customers have called back and said that that internal Jounce bumper actually engages a little too soon or a little more aggressively than they would like. It seems like this spring might be a little bit lower than it was in the past. But as I push that down, you can see the bag doesn't compress all the way. That's because that internal Jounce bumper is right there. So it does kind of limit that movement there because you're going to be hitting that spring. So that is one thing to keep in mind. Usually these are also available with all the same specs without that internal Jounce bumper. So if that's something that you want to look into, you definitely can find that here at etrailer.com. This does come with everything you see laid out on the table. It doesn't require any kind of drilling into the frame to get this installed. We'll have the U-brackets that are actually going to go around the frame. So these are kind of mounted on the outside of the frame, right on top of the leaf springs in your Titan. Should be a pretty straightforward install. The bags are more or less assembled how you would have them on your truck. So this is going to be the right side, and the left side, you might notice that the brackets are a little bit different. So they do have an R and an L stamped into that metal to make it a little bit easier to figure out which one goes where. We'll get our 1/4-inch air tube, all the hardware for those Schrader valves, and 2 clamps as well to run some of your cables out of the way. With these, you can install them pretty much anywhere you'd like to have that manual inflation for your bags. So I've seen people put them behind the gas door for their gas tank, so it makes it an easy place to fill up whenever you're going to fill up your gas. You can also replace the hardware that holds your license plate in place with the Schrader valves as well. That's kind of a slick way to do it too, or you can even put them in the wheel well. It's really up to you as far as where to mount those. You just want to make sure that it's in a nice, easy to get to spot. If you don't want to have to worry about manually inflating your bags, you can also get a compressor system. Those are sold separately. They can come with in-cab gauges, so that allows you to adjust the pressure on the fly. You don't have to find a gas station that has an air pump, find a gauge and all that stuff. You can just adjust it from inside your vehicle. Makes life a little bit easier. It is an investment financially because they are pretty expensive, but if you're going to be using these airbags a lot, I would definitely suggest it since it does make life a little bit easier. You can monitor it all the time inside your truck, and you don't have to wonder where that pressure is at. You can get those as either a dual or a single pass. The dual pass allows you to maintain that adjustability side to side, since we'll have our are two bags adjustable independently. A single pass will merge those two bags together, so then our bags just rise and fall at the same rate. So up to you there. We do have a lot of options here at etrailer.com if you want to check those out. As far as the specs with the bags themselves, they do have a load leveling capacity of up to 5,000 pounds. Keep in mind, though, that that's not going to increase your weight carrying capacity. It doesn't increase your payload for your Nissan Titan. It's just going to be able to support that much weight and help spread it out over your components. The air pressure goes from 5 psi up to 100 psi, or pounds per square inch. It is covered by a lifetime warranty and a 60-day satisfaction guarantee from Air Lift, and it is made in the USA. But that's pretty much going to do it for our look at the Air Lift LoadLifter 5000 Ultimate Air Helper Springs. If you want to check out any other suspension components, you can always turn to etrailer.com to find them. Thanks for watching.